Hey, remember when Rachel Amber burned the entire town because she thought she saw somebody other than her mother and her father kissing? Yeah, that was fun. Oh, I don't remember this, so I guess this is pretty close. I was wrong. It did not go better this time. No, I knew she was going to get cut. Rosebud is not concerned. For getting cut in the arm? Are we for real right now? It was her arm. Am I crazy?
Rachel is going to be all right. The knife damaged her brachial artery, but didn't cut it. She's out of surgery, and now she's resting. Chloe, what happened?
I don't know. Everything happened so fast. Do you know
Thanks
who
for the follow, Grace.
Damon Merrick is? Or why he hates you?
I know exactly who Damon Merrick is.
Watch, they went to high school together.
Start over and tell me everything. Did you and Rachel try to contact Sarah? I'm not going to chastise or blame you, Chloe, but I need the whole story.
So, I got my dealer to meet us, since he knows Sarah. He asked us why we were so interested in Sarah.
There's no reason to lie.
And what did you say?
Nothing, of course.
Is that how it became violent?
Got violent. Well, let's say Rachel.
It was actually Rachel who got angry. She was furious that he wouldn't tell her where Sarah was.
This is exactly what I've been afraid of. Rachel won't let anything stop her.
Kind of like her dad.
If you let her meet Sarah in the first place, we wouldn't have had to try something more desperate.
There are many things I wish I'd handled differently.
Good. That's a step.
What happened next?
Damon had a knife out, and we all could see it. But then he said something that pissed Rachel off. And she just grabbed a piece of wood and hit him. And then he stabbed her. I keep thinking that maybe I could have done something, but when he attacked her, I just froze.
It's not your fault.
And Frank held him off so we could get to the truck. I heard a scream, but I don't know what happened. And then we were here.
I appreciate you telling me the truth. I'll see if I can pull some strings with Ray. Maybe get you back into Blackwell.
Oh. She's like, I don't even want to go. She's like, I don't even want to go to school. What about Damon, though?
What are you going to do about Damon?
Find out if he is alive. First of all, my department's been after him for some time.
He's alive.
I was told that if Rachel had arrived only a few minutes later, she might not have,
I guess it wasn't just her arm.
Thank you, Chloe. You saved my world. It will be some time before Rachel wakes up. I promise. I'll let you know when she does.
Okay. Thanks.
Aww. What's this actress's name? I know the actress's name is Haley. What's that girl's name? Samantha?
Hey.
Steph.
Steph! That's
How's
Steph!
Drew?
Oh, I thought that was the nicer girl that hangs out
Pretty
with Mikey.
good.
Not Steph.
Miss
Not Dungeons and
Amber
Dragons
just
Steph.
told me Rachel's going to be okay.
She looks different in blue.
I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Well, our room's just down the hall. You should come by.
Okay. Sure. Definitely.
Oh, that's right. Drew.
I don't think I can sit still any longer. Might as well stretch my legs while I wait for Rachel to wake up.
Let's explore the hospital. Thanks for the host, Raxon. Appreciate you. Let's make sure my alert box is on. Oh no. Yeah, my alerts are
If I want to stay sane, I need to stay busy. What's there to do around here?
Something like that. Vending machine? No.
Come on. Not that I have any coins anyway. Oh man. Jackpot.
No one mind me. I'm just going to do this again.
Yes.
Such a heavy thud for a candy bar.
I want like 20 more of those.
Pamphlets. Memos.
Damn. Are these all firefighters?
Yeah, thanks to Rachel. And Sarah. And Mr. Amber.
I wonder if Damon Merrick classifies as a biohazard. He's definitely human waste. Sean Prescott. What's he writing to the hospital about?
Let's see what I can do behind here. Oh, I can't do anything.
If I want to stay sane, I need to stay busy. What's there to do around here?
All right, then. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. North.
That's me. And you are?
I'm Chloe.
Oh, he has such a nice voice.
Here to see Drew?
Yeah.
We're here to see Rachel, but we can pretend.
How are things going?
Oh, you know how it is. Ups and downs. Drew's hurt, of course. But there's other things going well for us. I'm moving back into my old apartment in 2.5 hours. I don't know if you know this, but, Mikey's been crashing at Drew's dorm.
Oh?
Uh-oh?
I had a bit of trouble with
Oh,
work,
you say?
and it's all been pretty hard. Anyway, Drew managed to scrape together enough to get me back on my feet.
I'm glad things are starting to work out then.
Hold on. You said you were Chloe. Mikey's mentioned you a few times now. I have a question maybe you can answer.
Sure.
Both of those boys have been acting a little, well, guilty lately. Yeah, I've been spending most of my time looking for work. I'm worried I missed something important. Do you know if anything's going on with them?
Shouldn't you be worried about providing for your family instead of being suspicious of your 2 children who are amazing?
You should probably ask Drew. I don't really know any details. I do know that whatever it is, they did it because they wanted to help you.
Thanks, Chloe. They actually have helped me out. Money-wise. We're a family, you know? We deal with things together. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. But also maybe stop having children until you can afford them. Whichever.
Hey!
You made it.
Oh. Hey, Chloe.
Hey, Drew. So, what have you been doing all day?
Not much. Homework. Hanging out with my dad. Dealing with the dumb jokes about the plate in my leg.
Sorry to hear it.
It's all good.
Oh, it's really not all good.
Love the hair, by the way.
Pretty cool.
I bet you'd look cool with a little color.
Yeah? I'll have to think about it. Maybe something red? Hey, any news about Rachel? Her mom seemed hopeful.
Rachel's stable. She'll probably wake up soon.
How'd she get hurt?
You'll think I'm joking when I tell you, but I'm not.
What happened?
She got stabbed in the arm by Demon fucking Merrick.
Right in the arm.
Seriously? It wasn't because of me, was it?
Oh, she earned it.
No. Somehow we've got our own shit with him now.
That's crazy.
Hey, Freda.
Fuck that guy. I wish I could get my hands on him.
Drew, chill out, okay?
I'm headed out. Everything okay in here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Don't have too much fun now. Try to keep it appropriate for the hospital.
Bye, Dad. See ya, Pops.
That was weird.
Man. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned Damon. Rachel's gonna be up soon. Should probably head over when I'm ready. Ooh, I want to eat that. Right now. Those must be from Steph's parents.
Oh, they're beautiful. Can we play more D&D?
Drew's been in a lot of pain today. Drew's been in a lot of pain today.
Look at that. Wells being nice for a change.
Oh, it makes me so sad. She's leaving a light on for you. Oh. Yikes, dude. Max, time has told, and no, it turns out that real life is not like the stage. It is so much better. We're leaving tonight. Boom! Peace out, Arcadia Bay. We're hitting the open road. Destination unknown. But who cares, as long as it's far from here. I didn't believe Rachel at first. It's not that I don't trust her, but she tends to get swept away in the moment. Let's just say she erased all doubts. What, do you need me to draw you a map? We made out. As awesome as you may imagine making out with Rachel Amber sounds, believe me, it was a bajillion times awesomer. After a quick stop by Rachel's house, we were headed off. Next time you hear from me, I'll be an ex-Arcadian, just like you, Chloe. This is so much better. I feel like I didn't read these ones, though. Sure didn't. Wait. The soundtrack for this game is so good. Gosh, I don't even know where we left off. Got Firewalk. The Chloe, the no good, very bad person. Got it. I think this is where we left off. Max, have I ever told you about Nathan Prescott, aka Spoiled Dick Baby? Anyway, you know that old question about what if you could go back in time and assassinate Hitler? I have a feeling Max will soon know exactly that feeling. So meta. Well, I worry I just stopped at assassination when I got between Nathan and an ass beating by Drew. Football jock and all-around angry teenager. Maybe I'm getting soft in my old age. Spoke to Elliot, too. He was super nice, as always. He wanted to hang out, as always. And I was non-committal, as always. Poor guy. He's super persistent. Must be hard trying to give a shit about me. Speaking of giving a shit, I actually played a game with Steph and Mikey this morning. It wasn't terrible, but I'm not sure I have the energy to constantly care that much about anything. I probably should be concerned about how little a shit I give these days, but that would mean giving a shit, wouldn't it? Chloe, the catch-22. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, when is she finally gonna talk to Rachel Amber? Fine. You nosy bitch, here it is. Rachel Amber is the most popular girl at school, and she's super into hanging out with me all of a sudden. Like this morning, when she pulled me into the drama lab and asked me my expert opinion about true love in front of the whole class. I told her true love is bullshit, of course. Mr. Keaton, the drama teacher, actually seemed to agree with me. Then Rachel brought me into her dressing room. Gotta say, that was the quickest I've gone from meeting someone to helping them get dressed. But that's Rachel. She doesn't give a fuck. She just lets it all hang out. Then Rachel hatched this crazy plan for us to skip school together that involves jumping into a train. You know, little kids ditch school in the 60s. The 1860s. Stay tuned, Max. I have a feeling there will be a lot more to tell you soon. Did we ever play Two Truths and a Lie? You would have been terrible at it. We would have called it Two Truths and, oh God, I can take it back. Sorry for lying. Please, the guilt hurts. I have friends like that. Two Truths and a Lie should be a class in school. I feel like I learned a lot. For example, Rachel is ambidextrous. She's a Leo. I also learned that I have lots more to learn about lying. Rachel read me like an open book. She called bullshit on my made-up cat allergy. Basically, she's a human lie detector. Have I mentioned that we were on a train? It was pretty cool sitting there and watching the world fly by. Then we jumped off it and wound up in some crazy-ass park north of town. In BD. Captain Chloe Bluebird, Scourge of Arcadia Bay. Hi, Jeff. I have a great audiobook voice. Thank you. I am available for hire. With all this Shakespeare shit going on, I thought I'd write you a sonnet. Then I realized that rhyming is hard and nothing really rhymes with Rachel. Which seems fitting given that I've never actually met anyone like Rachel before. With Rachel, everything is a game of some kind. I had to use my breaking and entering skills to get this viewfinder working just so we could spy on peeps at the park. Rachel was hilarious making up the dialogue for them, and I actually held my own mocking some tight short wearing speedwalker. After we watched some old couple suck face, Rachel decided it was high time we unsobered ourselves, so we hatched a plan to steal wine from these yuppie picnickers. And since it's Rachel, the plan involved elaborate acting and more improv. On my part. I killed it, once again. I'd still never be caught dead on stage, but this type of acting I can get behind. Our hard-earned wine in tow, we journeyed forth in search of more fun and games. I don't even know. I don't. First off, was your money on Chloe blows this and goes back to having no friends again? I hope so. How did I fuck it up? One moment I'm having the day of my life. The next moment I'm awkwardly confessing feelings for her like some dork asking the head cheerleader to prom. And she blew me off because of course she did. But wait, that's not all, because as soon as Rachel leaves, I find a car. My dead dad's fucking car. This twisted, shattered, ugly reminder of what used to be my life. So I smashed it up, obviously. And then I passed out, and I had a dream where my dad told me to find Rachel back at the park, and Rachel set herself on fire. But enough about me. How was your day? Chloe, the twisted, shattered, and ugly. Hi, Art Miller. Bye, Daniel. When did you decide you were done with me? I mean, how did you know it was time to move on? I ask because Rachel and I have decided we're done with this shit town. We've had it. It's bye-bye Bay. But instead of just ghosting it like someone I know, we're gonna leave a trail. Whoa! We're gonna leave a trail of destruction in her wake. Sorry. For Rachel, that means burning a fucking forest down. I know, crazy. But guess what? I'm pretty crazy too. In not unrelated news, I finally got my ass kicked out of Blackwell. But at least I managed to keep Rachel from getting booted from her play. I should probably be more upset about being a high school dropout, but I'm not. It's just another chapter of fuckery in the story of my life. So yeah, burning bridges literally and academically. That's how you make an exit woman. Max, have you ever hated someone's guts, but then later felt bad because you found out they're actually cooler than you thought? Yeah, me neither. David got it inside his douchebag skull that he needs to start cracking down on me, which meant demanding I empty my pockets for him in the Blackwell parking lot. I went along with it, but just to make him look like an idiot in front of my mom since I wasn't holding. I guess it backfired because now David is moving into my old house. I say old house because if he's there, I'm sure as shit not. Luckily, I've still got the junkyard, my home away from home. Chloe, the bane of fascists. Woo! I know you're not telling a teenager to get over something, Slade. Impossible. You don't remember being that age? Everything is so serious. Everything is so heavy. Max, have you ever been to therapy? It's actually kind of awesome. And I don't mean writing down your feelings and hugging and crying and shit. I'm talking about popping open the hood and getting your hands dirty. Rachel's awesome at it because of course she is. We talked about Blackwell and how I won't miss it. Rachel didn't want to talk this much, but I got her to open up. I'm glad I did. By the end, everything, I don't know, seemed less broken, I guess. Speaking of, I found this gnarly truck that I started fixing up. Who knows if I'll ever get it running, but for now, I'm glad to just have a problem I might actually be able to solve. And maybe an escape vehicle. Stay tuned. Fixing trucks and fixing brains. Who needs school anyway? How do you know when it's time to take the relationship to the next level? I'm talking about my drug dealer, Frank, of course. He wants me to do a job for him, picking up money from Drew North. You know Drew, Blackwell's premier jockstrap. And now, apparently, oxy dealer? Dude's in pretty deep, it seems. But it should be an easy job, and besides, I could use the money for mine and Rachel's escape fund, which, speaking of Rachel, guess whose skis ball dad's side piece I saw coming out of Frank's RV? Sarah. I pressed Frank for info and learned that her name is Sarah, and she's only been around for a couple of weeks. Oh, and she loves the drugs. The drugs. Weird. Alright, off to make my triumphant return to Blackwell. At least I'm getting paid to go there this time. Fuck! Remember that easy job for Frank I told you about? Yeah, not quite. First, I jacked Samuel's keys, then used my Jedi powers to get past Skip into the dorms, by which I mean talking about my lady bits till he freaked out and let me in. Took me a tour of Drew's room. Crazy to learn that Mikey's been living there. Guess shit's worse than he lets on. Anyway, I found the cash, but then Drew and Mikey showed up, followed by Frank's psychopath boss, Damon. Have you ever met someone that you just knew never to fuck with? I hadn't. Until today. Damon started beating the shit out of Drew for the money he owed. I stayed with Mikey like Drew wanted, and it was horrifying. I think Damon actually broke Drew's knee. After I gave Drew the money instead of holding it for Frank or giving it to Damon, it felt like the right thing to do. It was all so fucked. And the most fucked part is that I had anything to do with it. Chloe the regifter. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any more dramatic. Wait, let's back up. Guess who tried to drug Rachel and jack her roll? Don't worry, Rachel and I turned the tables on Victoria and gave her a taste of her own medicine. Literally. Sadly, the drama doesn't end there for me. Stupidly, Juliet got caught in the stupid fire, and now Let's just say that there's exactly one person in the world who could make me dress up in a funny costume and act out Shakespeare in front of an audience of my least favorite people. And she happened to be next to me at exactly the wrong moment. So I survived. Just in case you were worried about me. You totally weren't. But it wasn't easy. I had to remember what to say and where to go and not to flip off everyone in the audience. Not gonna lie, I totally killed it. Once I got past the stupid makeup and the blinding lights and just let myself get lost in all of it. I guess acting really is about forgetting the rest of the world and being completely in the moment. When I'm with Rachel, somehow that becomes easy. Because you're being present. We ended up creating a new story together on stage. A much better story. Because this one ends with the two of us escaping the island and sailing off into the sunset together. Take that, Shakespeare. Will real life turn out so awesome? Time will tell. Chloe, the bardest bitch in town. Time has told, and no, it turns out that in real life, it's not like the stage. It is so much better. We're leaving tonight. Oh, this is where we left off at. Da-da-da. I used to think the strangest thing about the Ambers was how normal they were. That they seemed like a bad 90s sitcom family. But I did my best to play the part of the wacky yet lovable best friend. I chatted with Rose, Rachel's surprisingly cool, one would say near emotionless mom, and even helped her set the table. The goal was to get in and out of there without causing a scene, so I could help her make her escape. About that. It turns out I couldn't just sit back and let Rachel's cheating father act all high and mighty. I put his smug ass right in his place and even turned Rachel's mom against him. And then Rachel snapped. I guess she just couldn't stand the lying anymore. She told her mom about James making out with that woman. Everyone started yelling, and the next thing I knew, Rachel was going full destruction on the table. That's when the truth finally came out. Rachel's mom, not her mom. Rachel's real mom, makeout woman. Mind blown. Chloe, the wacky yet lovable. When you think about it, it's kind of amazing that anyone ever trusts anybody about anything. I agree. Take the stars, for example. We learn all these things about them in school, but no one bothers to tell us the most important fact of all. Some of them are dead. Yet, somehow, Rachel trusts me with the most important thing in the world. Finding her real mom. She didn't ask me right away. At first, she didn't even want to talk. It was kind of like the junkyard a couple days ago. But this time I didn't freak out on her. I just gave her space. Here's something you never learned, Max. When someone you care about is hurting, you do anything you can do to be there for her. Even if that means making the stars shine in her bedroom. That's how I got Rachel to open up and ask me about finding her mom. I told her I think I can do it. If I can reach Frank and get the truck running, we have a chance. Chloe, conjurer of stars. I think I want a tattoo. Yeah, I know, it's permanent. But that's not the thing, though. It's not. Because we're not permanent at all. Funny how much simpler life seems when you keep that in mind. Like my hair. I wanted to see what my hair would look like blue, so I did. One day I'll make it all blue. Woo! Clues. Hashtag clues. What if I don't like it then? So what? It'll all fall out eventually. See how that works? You notice what else isn't permanent? David. He actually tried to be nice to me in the most awkward way imaginable. Then he tried to connect with me about his dead friend, which I shut the fuck down. No mercy for tyrants. Eventually I got out of there and headed to the garage, which David is transforming into his own personal asshole cave. At least I got what I came for. Dad's toolbox. I bet he would have liked the idea of me using his tools to fix a ride. Blue's Clues! Haha! Off to the junkyard to see if I can get that truck working. I know it's far from permanent, but here's hoping that beast has a little bit more life in it. Chloe, the impermanent marker. Ooh, that is a good title for her. Beans! I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, no, you can't. Mine is green. It's important that you see beans. Just imagine beans where I am right now, guys. Okay, thanks. You ever notice how people in hospitals are always whispering? I think it's because hearing our own voices makes everything feel so much more real somehow. Like writing it down. Weird how only a few hours ago I was the one bringing something broken back to life. I snagged one of David's car manuals and fixed up the truck. I took it for a joyride around the junkyard before Rachel showed up. We chatted for a bit. Then, shit got crazy. And by crazy, I mean Damon Merrick, the psychopath who's super interested in Rachel's bio mom and dad for some reason. He and Frank arrived demanding to know what we were doing. Before we could find out why, he pulled out a knife and stabbed Rachel. I might have been able to stop him if I acted quicker, but I just froze. As if it weren't for Frank. Blazing car ride later, and I'm here at the hospital, wishing I could make myself believe this isn't real. P.S. I hope Frank's okay. Dad got me this stationery one day when I complained about wanting to send an email and the internet was down. Oh wait, is this the first one? It is the first one! We made it. Let's see Drew's little card here. Drew North is Mikey's older brother, and the two of them couldn't be more different. Drew is a legit jock, the type that spends hours a day in the gym and has nicknames for his biceps. Do you guys have nicknames for your biceps? I've never been to a Bigfoot's game. Why wouldn't it be a big feet game? But I hear he's actually really good at throwing stuff into other stuff or whatever. Hey Garcia. Mikey told me that Drew is planning to go to college on an athletic scholarship, which is good because their family is even poorer than mine. Their dad was one of the fishermen who lost his job because of the Prescott Corporation. As you might imagine, this put Nathan on Drew's shit list. Not a good list to be on. In the war between a meathead and a shithead, does anyone win? Anyway, I don't think Drew's really a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't know. It's like we exist in two completely different planes of existence that happens to be in the same school. Happy to keep it that way. Hey, Unsan! As far as Blackwell students go, did I read this one before? I think I did. I want to get to Nathan. Nathan Prescott is the golden child of the Prescotts, Arcadia Bay's oldest, wealthiest, and most powerful family, as they love reminding everyone. Nathan's dad does something nautical related. He does something nautical related. Okay. I think it has to do with murdering baby seals and turning them into death rays for the military, but I can't remember the details. Whatever the case, there's a lot of people in this town who hate the Prescotts, including all the fishermen he put out of work. And you do not want to mess with the fishermen, because they smell. Nathan is odd. He's extremely privileged, yet dark and brooding. Yet, even though he's a dick, he can't help but feeling bad. You can't help but feeling bad for him sometimes. He's really just a weird little dude trying to figure out his shit. But he has to pretend to be all this stuff he's clearly not, like an athlete or a cool kid. You can tell it fucks him up inside. Of course, the best cure for feeling bad for Nathan is to actually talk to Nathan. Then you remember what a wonderfully punchable face that Prescott genes gave him. How do you describe Rachel Amber? I've been trying to find the right words ever since we met. Baby seals do pack a punch. Stop clubbing seals, man. The crazy thing about Rachel is that I really should hate her guts. I mean, she's a straight A student, beloved by everyone at school, including students and teachers. She's super into acting, and I hear she does modeling on the side, which I imagine her district attorney dad and Stepford housewife mother support her in. It all sounds like a recipe for awfulness. And yet, Rachel somehow is nothing like the privileged golden child type you'd expect. She's not like any type, actually. She's probably the most surprising person I've ever met. And that's not just because when we met, she was helping me take down some skeevy assholes at a rock show. But it's just this feeling she gives off. Like, when you're with her, anything is possible. Not right meow. Fuck, it really sounds like I have a crush on her, doesn't it? I mean, maybe. Here's hoping she reveals something really horrible about herself soon, like a stamp collection or a love for cat memes. Something to make her a little less indescribably awesome. James and Rose. You can't trust normal people. Just ask Rachel. Her dad seems like the most normal guy on the planet, but he also turns out to be a cheating dickhead. Come to think of it, maybe that is normal. What sucks is that Rachel and her parents actually seem to get along really well before. James is the new district attorney in Arcadia Bay, which is the reason Rachel's family moved up here from Orange County. Oh, so she used to be in LA. Interesting. For some reason I didn't catch that. Despite his job, James doesn't act like an uptight law enforcer all the time, unlike some wannabe father figures I know. David. Rose, Rachel's mom, also seems pretty decent. She certainly really loves Rachel and James. Poor lady. Whatever happens with Rachel's family, it seems like she really does love her parents, and maybe that's all that matters? I'd certainly rather have a cheating dickwad dad than a dead one. Grass is always greener, Chloe. Don't be wishing that. What can you say about a woman so mysterious? I mean, like, what is there to write? There's nothing to write for this character. This is crazy. Oops. What can you say about a woman so mysterious her own daughter never heard of her until now? From what James told us, Sarah is a drug addict who got herself mixed up in all sorts of crazy shit. And by drugs, I mean OD and end up dead in an alleyway drugs, not smoke a bowl and watch anime. When Rachel was a baby, Sarah would get high when she was supposed to be looking after her. Things got so fucked up that James finally had to take Rachel away. The funny thing is, even as James talked about all the horrible things Sarah had done, he still seemed, I don't know, fixated, I guess. You could see the power she had over him. Actually, when he was talking about how beloved and magnetic Sarah used to be, I couldn't help but think of Rachel. I wonder if James sees that too. Yeah, definitely. Maybe it's what makes him so afraid of her. I think he's more afraid for her than of her. Anyway, now Sarah is in Arcadia Bay looking to meet Rachel. After years of taking James's money to stay away, suddenly she wants a relationship with her daughter. Well, I don't think it was sudden. I think she always wanted a relationship with her daughter. And Rachel, I can't even imagine what Rachel must be going through. Spend a few minutes with Damon Merrick, and you can tell that he's a peace-loving guy who gardens in his spare time and loves unicorns and rainbows. And breaking people's kneecaps. It's the simple pleasures. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about the guy. I know that he collects on his debts, his name is written all over the mill, and he might even scare Frank. I think they work together, but unlike Frank, he's got a bite to match his bark. Everyone at the mill that night seemed to know him, but every time I asked someone about him, they clammed right the hell up. And you have to be a special breed of fucked up to scare any sense into the criminal element of Arcadia Bay. The one thing everyone will tell me, the guy is bad news. Thank you for this little journal time, guys. Hope you enjoyed a little story time.
I'm gonna head out.
It was really great to see you, Chloe.
Agreed. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Yeah?
Tell Rachel we're rooting for her.
You bet.
Dun, 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 dun. Where's Rachel?
just heard the fire went out.
Went out? You mean it's controlled?
No, it's completely out. It extinguished itself.
How could that be?
Hell if I know.
Interesting.
I'm so relieved that Rachel's awake. I should see her right away. Hey.
Oh, Rosebud is sad.
Chloe, I can't even express thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm a wreck. I stepped out to get some air. Rachel doesn't need me crying in front of her. Your hair. I almost didn't notice it.
Oh. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
I bet Rachel loves it. I can't imagine what I would do if we lost her.
Me too.
You've grown so close, haven't you?
Yeah. It's weird to think we just met a few days ago.
When you meet someone who changes everything, you just know.
Well, hang in there, Mrs. Amber.
I will.
It really hurts.
Shh. The pain will pass. Chloe's here.
You good?
You want me to stay?
No. I'll be okay. Thanks, Dad.
I'll come back in a little while.
She does look a lot like her mom, though.
My guardian angel. How are you? Not great. Better with you here. Rachel, I'm sorry. What? What for? You're here because of me. Because I choked back there in the junkyard. What? Shut up. You were so fierce and I just froze. I fucked it up. I'm so sorry. And you saved my life. You saved my life. Just don't do that again. Play the damsel in distress. You got it. No. Attack a psycho with a 2x4. That was crazy.
Also that, too.
Newsflash, Chloe. I'm a little crazy. Crazy hot. Happy that your dad's here. I mean, I'm still mad at him for everything he's done. But it felt so good to lean on him. He's my dad, you know? I felt completely safe. Like on Mount Hood.
That's so good.
Would you do something for me? Anything. Sarah. My mom. It's so weird to say. I'm not even sure what she is, honestly. But think I still want to meet her.
Well, yeah.
I figured you would. I don't even know if she's still in Arcadia Bay. But if she is, will you find her, please? You really want this, don't you? I do, Chloe. I really do. Then, of course, whatever it takes. I bet my dad has her number. Maybe in his office. Our house key's just under the mat. The code is 0722. To your dad's office?
Her birthday.
0722. Yeah. My birthday. I'll find her, Rachel. And then I'll tell her how fucking cool you are. Thank you, Chloe. For
3-month sub, Jesse. Welcome back.
everything.
Thank you. Also, hi, Shagarn. I'm gonna find your mom, Rachel, who's oddly not underneath the blankets. Probably should be underneath the blankets. Aww. Beeps. Oh.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey!
Hot dog man.
Wait. Your hair, it's different.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice. I like your shirt, too. You never told me you were into cars.
Guess you don't know everything about me. Nice balloon, I guess.
Yeah, it's for Drew. Were you just in there?
I'm actually here for Rachel.
What? Rachel's here? What happened?
I think she's keeping that private for now. She's okay, though.
Well, that's good. God, I guess I'll stop by after I see Drew.
She probably wants privacy.
Oh. Right, of course.
Poor Elliot, man. Can't catch a break.
Are you two in some kind of trouble? You can tell me if you are, you know. I won't judge.
Can I tell it to Hot Dog Man?
Nothing we can't handle.
Chloe. I'm seriously worried about you.
Well,
No, you're not. You're nosy.
don't be.
I mean, you're hanging out with Rachel Amber a lot lately, right?
So what?
So, obviously, something is going on.
I swear, man. Everything's really okay.
Okay. I trust you.
Just remember I'm here, okay? If you suddenly need something.
Thanks.
That's very nice of
Anyway,
you.
see you around.
Yeah. See you around, Chloe.
God, that was so awkward. I thought he was gonna do something. Woo! I also just realized that Hot Dog Man doesn't have a bun. Oh. Sorry, I didn't notice that alert was still stuck up there. My alerts are getting stuck today. Bummer. I think this would be
Hello?
a good place to stop for today. Hi. If you're watching this on YouTube, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Please watch the next video in this playlist and hit subscribe and tell me the hopes and dreams in the comments below. Yeah.